Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn what is the Carnot principle. See, according to second law of thermodynamics, any device that operates in a cycle will expressed in two statement. Number first, Kelvin Planck statement, and number second is the Clausius statement. So the heat engine cannot operate. What is that? So what is this statement say that? The statement say that the heat engine cannot operate by exchanging heat with a single reservoir, number first, and a refrigerator cannot operate without a net energy input from an external source. So what is these two statement? What is the conclusion of this statement? The first statement, that means the Kelvin Planck statement, is to say that heat engine cannot operate with exchanging with a single thermal reservoir, and number second is say that refrigerator cannot operate without a net energy input from the external source. So we have two conclusions from these two statements. What is the two conclusion? Two conclusion is that the thermal efficiency of a reversible and irreversible, that is actual heat engine, and they are known as Carnot principle. That means, what is the two conclusion? The two conclusion is according to this two conclusion is according to given by a Carnot, and that two conclusion is known as principles. So what is the two conclusion? Number first conclusion is that that means if there is a high temperature reservoir, if there is a high temperature reservoir, see, if there is a high temperature reservoir, let's suppose that this is a high temperature reservoir TH, and there is a low temperature reservoir TL, two temperature reservoir, and one of this operating with a suppose irreversible cycle, other is suppose that there is a reversible cycle, and again we suppose there is another reversible cycle. Okay, let's suppose this arrangement. That means this is number first, this is number first, this is number first. What is that? Irreversible heat engine, irreversible heat engine. This is your irreversible heat engine. Number second, what is that? This is your reversible heat engine, reversible heat engine, and number third is that also a reversible heat engine, reversible heat engine, and these all cycle operating with a same two temperature limit. So what is the first principle is that the efficiency of an irreversible heat engine, the efficiency of an irreversible heat engine is always, that means what is the thermal efficiency, what is the thermal efficiency of one irreversible is always less than the thermal efficiency of second, always less than the efficiency of a reversible engine operating between the same temperature reservoir. Now the second principle is that efficiency of all the reversible heat engine, efficiency of all the reversible heat engine operating between the same temperature reservoir is same. That means the efficiency of thermal reservoir 2 is equal to the efficiency of thermal reservoir 3. So what is the conclusion number first? So conclusion, what is the principle? First, that means the efficiency of an irreversible heat engine is always less than the efficiency of a reversible heat engine operating between the same two temperature limit, that is TH and TL. And this is number first. And what is the number second? Conclusion is that the efficiency of all reversible heat engine operating between the same two temperature limit are the same. So in the first conclusion is that the efficiency of thermal reservoir of first is less than thermal efficiency of second engine, and thermal efficiency of second engine is equal to the thermal efficiency of third engine, right? So it is like that. So these two statements can be proved by the demonstration that the violation of either statement results in the violation of the second law of thermodynamics, right? To prove the first statement, consider such type of arrangement. That means these are the postulates regarding efficiency of Carnot cycle, right? These all are the regarding of Carnot cycle. So what is that? We assume that there is a high temperature reservoir. We assume that there is a source and this is your sink TL, and we prove. That means these two statements can be proved by demonstrating that the violation of either statement results the violation of the second law of thermodynamics. To prove the first statement, consider two heat engine operating between the same two temperature limits. Consider two heat engine 1 and heat engine 2, and we take these two operating with a same two temperature limit. One engine is reversible. We take a one heat engine. This is your heat engine reversible, right? This is your reversible operating in a cycle. These two engine operating in a cyclic manner, right? This is your heat engine. By taking heat from high temperature reservoir, which is QH, and delivering heat from a low temperature reservoir, QL and produce a work, heat engine will produce a work W reversible. We assume that this is your W reversible, right? Again we take another heat engine, which is irreversible, engine, and operating in a cycle by taking let's assume the same heat QH, but it will produce different amount of work. Why? Because it is irreversible heat engine. So this is a irreversible heat engine and produce the different lost energy, that means QL DOS, right? So what is say that according to Carnot principle, what is say that according to Carnot principle is say that thermal efficiency of a reversible heat engine is always greater than the thermal efficiency of irreversible heat engine. This is according to the Carnot principle, right? Now, to be proof that statement, this is your Carnot principle. But if we to prove that statement, we take, let us assume that efficiency of irreversible engine is greater than efficiency of reversible heat engine operating between same two temperature limit, right? Operating between same two temperature limit. Let us assume like that. That means if we assume like that, efficiency or thermal efficiency of irreversible heat engine is greater than the thermal efficiency of a reversible engine. If you assume like that, and when we prove this, our assumption is wrong, so the Carnot principle, first principle, is right. So assumption like that, that means what is, we can say that one engine is reversible and the other is irreversible. Now each engine is supplied with the same amount of heat and take each engine is supplied with the same amount of heat, that means QL. We take the amount of work produced by a reversible heat engine is W reversible, and amount of work produced by a reversible heat engine is W irreversible. In violation of the first Carnot principle, we assume that the irreversible heat engine is most efficient than the reversible one, right? That means the thermal efficiency of irreversible engine is to violate. That means this is the violation of first law of Carnot principle. That means if you assume that thermal efficiency of irreversible engine is greater than the thermal efficiency of a reversible engine, that means it violates the first Carnot principle. So we take like that and thus deliver. So if it is like that, so if अगर ऐसा है, if thermal efficiency of irreversible heat engine is greater than the thermal efficiency of a reversible engine, then what is that? We know that. What is the thermal efficiency? Net work output by irreversible heat engine divided by heat supply QH is greater than W net by the reversible. This is your reversible by QH. If you cancel out, since QH is same, so we can also say that net work output by irreversible heat engine is greater than net work output from reversible heat engine. This is also true. So for that now let so for that this now let the reversible heat engine be reversed. If one of the heat engine is reversible, then we can reverse it and we make a heat pump or refrigerator. So we take another arrangement like that. So we take another arrangement like that. So this is your thermal reservoir, high temperature thermal reservoir TH, and this is your low temperature thermal reservoir TL. And if this is your reversible, so now there is a reversible heat engine. So we can reverse it, and when it is reverse it and it is in the form of refrigerator or heat pump, reversible. So if we reverse it, if this is your reversible heat engine, so if we reverse it, so it is act as a refrigerator or heat pump. So now if we reverse it, this engine, if you reverse it, so it take same amount of heat QL, and reject the same amount of heat QH if we reverse. And this is your, let's suppose this is your heat pump or refrigerator, reversible, that is operating on a cycle, right? Now, and we put a work on it, so we put a work on it. Let's suppose this is your work input to this engine, and this work input is W reversible. Now, and this is your irreversible heat engine, so it is as usual. So if it is, there is a heat engine which is irreversible, that means if we take a heat QH and deliver a heat QL dash, and there is a work output here is what? W irreversible, we take like that. But what is that? Net work transfer by the irreversible heat engine is greater than the net work transfer by the reversible heat engine. So this work transfer is higher than this work transfer. So now if we coupled this two engine, if you couple this two engine, so if we couple this two engine, what is that? If you couple this two engine, so there is a net work produced. It will produce W net. So what is the W net out? So what is the W net out? It is nothing, it is your irreversible heat engine, irreversible work minus work reversible, if this is coupled. So see, when we couple these two heat engine, these operate with a single thermal reservoir. So this reservoir is not useful. So what is heat will supply by the heat engine reversible, is the same heat will going into the irreversible heat engine and it will produce a work. And so that if you combined these two engine, that means 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 it is your heat engine plus heat pump. If you combine this engine, it's exchange heat. This is your low thermal reservoir TL, and it exchange heat, take a heat. What is the heat? QL reversible minus QL irreversible. See, QL reversible input or QL dash, that means QL irreversible is output. So this is your net transfer heat, and these two engine operating in a cycle, and produce network. What is the network? W net out. This is W net out, produce network done. But what is the heat will reject? This will 0. So there is same heat will reject and same heat will out. So what is the net will rejection? Is 0. So net heat rejection by this engine, that means QH minus QH out minus QH in. So this is your 0. So this engine will operate in a single thermal reservoir and produce a network. So while doing so, when we are doing so, that means but exchange of heat with a single reservoir, that is, what is the violation? Violation of the Kelvin-Planck statement of the second law, right? So violation of the Kelvin-Planck statement of the second law. So what is that? So what is the, so therefore our initial assumption, what is the initial assumption? That thermal efficiency of irreversible heat engine is greater than thermal efficiency of reversible heat engine is incorrect. Then we conclude that no heat engine can be more efficiency than a reversible heat engine operating between same to temperature limit, right? Okay, same to temperature limit. So for that, thermal efficiency of a reversible heat engine is always higher than thermal efficiency of irreversible heat operating between same to temperature limit. Now this is the proof of the second law. Now what is the proof of second law of a Carnot principle of the first statement? What is the second statement? Second statement is say that, what is the second statement? Second statement is say that the efficiency of all reversible cycle operating between the same two temperature limit are the same. That means if this is your high temperature reservoir, if this is your high temperature reservoir TH and this is your low temperature reservoir TL, and these two engine a reversible heat engine, that means this is your one reversible heat engine and this is your other reversible heat engine, right? So this is your a reversible heat engine A and this is your reversible heat engine B, right? Have a thermal efficiency. Let's suppose A, it's have a thermal efficiency B, right? So what is it they say that? They say that the efficiency, and both are reversible, this is your reversible heat engine A and this is your reversible heat engine B. So thermal efficiency of A is equal to thermal efficiency of B. This is like that. So if the thermal efficiency of A is the same of the thermal efficiency of B, that means efficiency of, hence what is the conclusion? Efficiency of reversible cycle is sole function of the temperature limit of the cycle, that means whole function of. Why? Because if we take this reversible engine is like a, we take this is your heat pump, and this is your heat engine. Heat engine, reversible. So it will take heat, let's suppose QH, and reject heat, let's suppose QL, and it also, this is reversible, so it will take heat QH, and let's suppose it will reject heat QL, and though this is QH by A, this is QL by A, this is QH by B, this is QL by B, and it will produce a work and will supply a work. So this is your work transfer. What is the heat pump will produce? That work will use by the, so this is in this, like this one. What is the work produced by the heat engine? Is useful to run the heat pump. So what is that? W net is equal to W output, net output by A, minus W net input by B, and W net output by A is W, and W net input by B is W. So W net equal to 0. If W net equal to 0, that means what is the work producing by A is the same work received by B. So for that, we know that the thermal efficiency of any cycle, the thermal efficiency of any cycle, we know that this is your W net by heat supply. W net is same, heat supply is same, so the thermal efficiency of heat engine A is the same as the thermal efficiency of heat engine B, right? So this, so hence efficiency of a reversible cycle is sole function of the temperature limit of the SU cycle. So what we want to say that, so we know that efficiency of any cycle, thermal cycle, is equal to 1 minus QL by QH, and the efficiency, this is for any cycle, for any thermal cycle, thermo cycle. Why? Because this is equal to W net out by heat supply, right? So W net out by heat supply, this is for any cycle, but this is a thermal cycle, and this cycle is the function of two temperature limit, that means TH and TL, only for reversible cycle. So this is for any cycle, but this efficiency is the function of true temperature limit only for reversible cycle. So what is that? QL by QH is the function of TH and TL, two temperature limit for a reversible cycle only. This is for reversible cycle only. Why? Because a reversible cycle operating between the same two temperature limit has the same efficiency. So this is your efficiency. So what is that? So it is, therefore we conclude that two conclusion. Number first is that no reversible heat engine can be more efficient than a reversible engine. That means we conclude that no reversible heat engine can be more efficient than the reversible engine. That means no reversible engine. That means it is irreversible engine. No reversible engine. That means no reversible engine. That means irreversible engine. That means irreversible engine. Matlab there is no any cycle that means a efficient than the reversible cycle. That means therefore no any cycle which have more efficient than the reversible cycle. Number first. And what is the conclusion number second? The conclusion number second is that reversible cycle operating between same two temperature limit. Operating between same two temperature limits. And number second, and when the two reversible cycle operating between the same temperature limit, they have the same efficiency. That means it is two reversible cycle operating between the same two temperature limit have same efficiency. That's why it is independent of which kind and what quantity, and what is the nature of working fluid operating in a cycle. So that means what is that? The nature and amount, what kind and what quantity, that means what amount and what is the nature of a working fluid, that cycle will independent of the, that means if any cycle which is a reversible cycle, that reversible cycle, the function is only depends upon its temperature limit. That means it is independent of what nature of the working fluid will circulating in the cycle, and what amount and what the quality, these are independent. That means this efficiency of a reversible cycle is a sole function of two temperature limit. That means what is the temperature limit? This cycle will operate. This is only this two temperature limit. But what is the nature, what is the amount, what is the quality of the working fluid? This cycle will independent. Okay, now the next question come into the in our mind, what is the function relation? This reversible cycle is the function of TS and TL, but what is the functional relation? Here the question, what type of function, that questions given by the, that question answer is given by the concept of absolute thermodynamic scale. So we will, in the next video, we will discuss about the concept of absolute thermodynamic scale. So the concept of absolute thermodynamic scale, which deals with the, yes, reversible cycle is the function of two temperature limit, but what is the type of function? This question, this answer will discuss in the concept of absolute thermodynamic scale in the next video. Okay, thank you.